True colours exposed. Jordan Peterson dealt ruthless blow for Meghan US career with cruel message. Jordan Peterson has hit back at Meghan Markle in an interview with Piers Morgan. The Canadian psychologist, author and cultural commentator defended his past comments, which attracted criticism from the Duchess of Sussex in a recent episode of her podcast. Meghan jumped on remarks Peterson had made in a discussion with transgender academic Camille Paglia, in which he said, "I don't think that men can control crazy women." After playing a clip of the statement on her Archetypes podcast, Meghan said the use of labels such as crazy, hysterical and insane have been drilled into people by the media and other members of society. When asked about it during an appearance on talk TV show Piers Morgan Uncensored, Peterson accused Meghan of false compassion and talking down to her audience. After comparing her to US Vice President Kamala Harris, Peterson described Prince Harry's wife as sanctimonious and said her voice grates on him. Her voice drips with the same falsehood that the voice of Kamala Harris drips with. It's this sanctimonious, false, compassionate talking down to her audience. While appearing to mimic the Duchess, Peterson drew laughs from Morgan as he continued, "Trying to be sure that we're all really on the same compassionate page here, and we're all being victimised by terrible forces that are arrayed against us, and none of that's really fair. It just grates on me. And I do believe that it's the case that it's very difficult to control female antisocial behaviour, often of the type that's been pillared as hysterical, and I think that there's no shortage of clinical evidence to support precisely that claim. It's very difficult for women to control female antisocial behaviour, and females who are antisocial, that feminine pattern is reputation savaging under the guise of compassionate care, and it's extraordinarily destructive, so I stand by my words." In addition, the Duchess's suggestion that the label difficult is misogynistic has come under scrutiny by a royal correspondent after Meghan Markle claimed the term has only been leveraged against women. But the term has more often than not been used by female aides working in Buckingham Palace, the royal correspondent said. It's tempting to see a lot of what Meghan's been saying in those podcasts as her attempt to rewrite history. This week, for example, she was talking about the label difficult and being labelled difficult. She was labelled difficult by mainly women who were mainly working for her at the palace in the royal household. She tried to say it's sort of misogynistic to label women as difficult, but it was actually mainly women who were calling her that. It's been the same most weeks, so I think that's why there's been a lot of interest in Meghan's podcast, because it just looks like an attempt to rewrite history. Meghan Markle appears to walk away from the Netflix documentary in a new interview for Variety magazine, in which the Duchess made a series of bombshell revelations. In an extract of the interview, Meghan reveals that their story has not been told exactly the way she and Prince Harry would have wanted, but she added she was trusting film director Liz Garbus to tell the story through her lens. Royal Editor Sarah Hewson reported, "Another point of note is Meghan in this interview appears to be distancing herself from the Netflix documentary series. The cameras that have been following Harry and Meghan for so long now because she talks about entrusting someone else to tell the story, and that means it might not be the story we would tell."